Wow, it's 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock here on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. 4 o'clock p.m. Hope you're doing well today. And it's been a long day. Just got finished with a coaching call with Dan Martell. I attend a group coaching session with him about once a week that I do. Now, as he says, if your coach doesn't have a coach, then they're not a coach. I have a couple coaches, so maybe I'm really good. I'm getting better. A lot of things I'm learning about, and that's why I go to coaching call, and that's why I offer this show as something to provide people so they can learn some stuff about Agile and Scrum and business, by the way, and just to grow yourself, right? Not work so hard to get there. Anyway, today is our Wednesday program where we talk about We Team Wednesday, also HR stuff. I just want to share a good new thought. And I was going to do this beforehand, but I ran out of time and I had to start the Dan Martell coaching session. So I went to that. Sorry. But I wanted to share with you a good news story. One of my teams today, I was remote, had things to do. They were in the office today, part of the hybrid program, right? And during their stand-up, they all sat in the same room because I saw it on the video and I snapped it and I sent it to them in their Slack because it all looked good. It's been a while since they've actually been in the office that they actually met in the room together. What I want to encourage people in these, of course, why, cat? There, look, Bubbles, you're on TV. She is causing havoc here. Bubbles. It's just like, I just need to be here. Get down. There she goes. I had to push her down. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Make sure I can still hear things. So what was cool about it was the fact that they actually met together. And the ones that were in the office, some were still remote and everything, that's fine. But they actually met as a team. And why do I say that's important? One, if you're meeting as a group every once in a while and you're a hybrid situation, you're in the office, you really should meet as a group in their daily stand-up. Don't meet from your cubes. And I'll tell you a little bit why I say that. When you're in the office, what is advantageous about meeting as a team in the room is that as you ask questions, people share stuff, you can see the body language, how they react, what they do, things you can't normally see when you're on a remote call, in a Zoom call, in a Cisco, whatever one you're using for a remote conversation. But when you're in the room, you can see a lot more stuff, and it just adds more value or more subtleties to when you do Zoom call, because then you realize when they make faces or do something in the Zoom call, you understand what it looks like in person, right? So it makes those Zoom calls much more closer. And also, to be honest with you, it's nice to have coffee or a snack or whatever you got as a group during these stand-up calls and just get to be able to be together and have these conversations either before or after the stand-up call as well. It's a great time to meet everyone, say hello to everyone, and just get to see each other. And the reason why I say that is the main reason why you should do it. What is a really bad thing to do, in my opinion, and I've seen this when I think I've talked about this on the show before, where I've seen stand-up calls where managers I know, because I know I was in the call, and I purposely got up to walk around, see where everyone was, because I could see, are they at their desk? And we would be in the office on one of these in-office days, right? And all the managers were still in their cube. So they're treating their in-house, in the office days just like if they would do it when they're home. I'll be honest with you, from an HR perspective, a team perspective, that's not why we bring you into the office. If we did that, we would just close the shops down and have you all work remotely, and we'd never have to do that. We're looking to gain more by having you in the office with your interactions and your ability to work as a team and have conversations. Plus, it's nicer than talking to yourself in a room all the time. It's nice to go talk to other people in person, get out, go integrate, mingle with people, and stuff like that. But They were actually in the stand-ups at their desks because I could see it. And then what was funny is I walked behind them, and there's me in the background, right? And I went through each one around the row, and they were all in it. And I'm like thinking to myself, there's an empty conference room right there, right around the corner. And they all had it all up. They spent, tens of thousands of dollars setting up these conference rooms so you could do these remote calls. They weren't taking advantage of it, And I was just surprised. I'll be honest with you, the manager, if I really ran the company and I knew my manager was doing this, I'd be like, you're not encouraging people to work together by staying in your office all day. Get out of the office, right? So it is true. They do it. So if you're an agile coach or scrum master or you're a consultant or a manager, go walk around during daily scrums and see if your teams are sitting at their desk. And then if they are, I like to encourage you to encourage them not to do it anymore, to go to a conference room. And if they don't have the tools, set up a conference room so they can meet in the Zoom call. Not everyone's going to be there. It's fine. You know what? You ain't going to make everyone happy. You're not going to be in this hybrid world. Not everyone's going to be there. It's not going to be perfect. But you know what? 80% perfect is better than nothing, right? And what I'm saying is that as you work as a team, whether you're in a corporate settings or a group setting or whatever, it's nice. Like you may be doing remote part-time and maybe not everyone's there, but the days when everyone's in the office on the same day, you should do stand-ups together in the room, remote in whoever can't be there so they can be part of the group, but it allows them to build a better, stronger bond of the team members so that if they do remote and they do Zoom in, they have some connections. Now, I will add this one thing about, small businesses. Not everyone's going to be on the same shift, right? They're not going to be the same shift, not same place. And maybe they're home remote or maybe they're off that day. If possible, when you do this whole group thing, set it up so those people can join as well when they're not in the office, as long as it's not vacation time. But you know what? If they're going to be there later in the day or whatever, find a way and compensate them for coming into the call. Don't take away their hours or whatever, or take hours later. But see if they can't join as well during that process, even if it's remote. Maybe they're in another state, somewhere like that, because it adds to everyone feeling like they're part of the final outcome. So I wanted to share that today, real brief one. If you're in the office, get together during stand-up, right? If all the other days you're remote or in a hybrid situation and they're all scattered, fine. But the days you're in the office, please get together in a room. Find a conference room. Find a place where you can all meet together. Dial in the other people that are still remote because they just couldn't quite get there because we built a lot of hybrid teams that are scattered across the universe. But any one of those universes that they're in, the clusters, if those clusters can get together and meet as a group in the room, I totally encourage you to do it, right? And share the screen with what's up there and everything like that. It's the best way to do it. And they're going to have so much more bonding time together. And that's what your goal is when you bring them into the office, so they can bond as a team and support each other and learn to work with each other and learn their minor things. What are they doing? Get their attention, have them focus on what everyone is trying to do at that time, people, because you don't want people coming in the office and feel like the day's a waste. When they come to the office and they go in the meeting, you want them to do things different than they would if they were remote. And one of the best things about being different, even in the subtlety, is meeting together in the conference room. And again, I'm so happy today when I saw the team meet remotely. And like I said, I snapped a picture of it. I sent it in on their Slack channel just to say, hey, you all look good up there together. So do that today. Do that every time you're in the office. Make sure you're meeting as a group. Encourage you to do it. If you have problems doing that, reach out to me. See if we can't talk it through what your strategy might be. With that, want to wish you a great day, and if you're going to hire a coach, ask your coach, okay, here's a pop quiz. You're going to evaluate a coach. Who's your coach? Who do you have a coach? How many coaches do you have? Are you having a coach now? What are you getting coached in? Reverse the table on these people that are, quote, coaches. And if they're not being coached, or maybe they just got off one and say, hey, I just got off a session, but these are my couple coaches that I work with on my group sessions or whatever in a continuous basis. And if they're not, are they really a coach? I don't know. I'm going to say they need to work on it, at least. With that, you all have an awesome day. Happy scrumming, and we'll see you again soon. And take care, everyone. Go find a coach. Even if you are a coach, find another coach.